You beat him hungover once.
I was still drunk, actually. Yeah, that was a funny story.
When and where?
God, it was like 94. And we have the round table in Sherwood, and I got my bottle of Jack Daniels then. And TW comes out in a suit, and I go, "Where are you going?" He goes, "I got a guitar on stage for you. You got to go to the dinner." I didn't know anything about a dinner. I mean, Bud didn't even know about a dinner.
He called one of them a douchebag. He called another one a prick. And he says all 6 of them went behind his back to try to get him thrown off the PGA Tour for good. John Daly won 2 majors. He was one of the most loved golfers who ever lived. Fans packed the galleries just to watch him swing. But behind closed doors, a group of powerful names wanted him gone. They used fines, suspensions, and back-channel phone calls to the commissioner. And now, Daly is naming every single one of them. 6 names, 6 men who tried to end his career. And if you want to know who they are, stay right here, because we are going name by name. Before we get into it, if you are watching this on a platform that lets you give hype to a video, go ahead and hit that right now. It keeps content like this coming, and it takes about 2 seconds. Now let us talk about how this all started. John Daly was not supposed to be famous. He was the 9th alternate at the 1991 PGA Championship. 9 alternates ahead of him had to drop out before he even got a phone call. He drove through the night to get to the course, had no practice round, and then won the whole thing. The crowd went insane. Golf had never seen anything like him. Big swing, big personality, chain smoking, mullet, blue-collar roots. He was not from their world, and they knew it. The PGA Tour in the 1990s was trying to become a corporate machine. Sponsors wanted clean-cut, polished players. TV wanted safe faces. The tour wanted to sell itself as a premium product. And then there was John Daly, who trashed a hotel room during the 1997 Players' Championship, got taken into police custody outside a Hooters in 2008, and had a 456-page disciplinary file that was eventually made public because of a failed lawsuit. 5 suspensions, over £65,000 in fines, 11 citations for conduct unbecoming a professional, 21 citations for failing to give best efforts. The tour was not just reacting to him. They were building a case, and certain powerful players were helping them build it. Number 1, Tiger Woods. Now, Daly does not say Tiger personally made calls to get him banned, but he uses Tiger as the proof that the whole system was rigged. When Tiger had his DUI arrest in 2017, the tour framed it as a health story, recovery, support, compassion. When Daly got taken into custody for being intoxicated, they pulled out that 456-page file and suspended him for 6 months. Tiger kept his sponsorships. Daly lost deals with Wilson and Callaway. Tiger got a leave of absence. Daly got conduct unbecoming. Same sport, 2 completely different rulebooks. Daly put it plainly. Tiger was the golden boy, and Daly was the guy they wanted to go away. That double standard sat at the heart of everything that followed. Number 2, Mark Omira. Omira was part of what Daly called the protected inner circle. These were the players who were close to the commissioner, close to the sponsors, and basically untouchable. And according to Daly, Omira looked at him like he was a circus act and told the tour he was bad for business. That phrase, bad for business, was one of the most dangerous things you could say about someone in that era. The tour was signing massive sponsorship deals. Corporations wanted a clean image, and players like Omira, who represented that polished establishment brand, had serious influence over how the commissioner saw things. Number 3, Butch Harmon. This one is different from the rest because Harmon was not a rival player. He was Daly's coach. And in 2008, the worst year of Daly's career, Harmon went to the press and publicly quit, telling reporters that Daly's only priority was getting drunk. Daly says those were lies, and he says Harmon knew exactly what he was doing. Harmon understood how the tour worked. He knew that public statements like that gave the commissioner the cover he needed to act. And sure enough, shortly after those comments, the Hooters incident happened. The orange jumpsuit photo went everywhere. Daly was clear about it. Harmon did not quit on him out of tough love. He went public to get him suspended. Number 4, Paul Azinger. Daly called him a company man and a prick. Azinger was the type of player who aligned himself tightly with the commissioner's office and saw himself as a guardian of the tour's reputation. According to Daly, Azinger was constantly in the commissioner's ear, reporting on what Daly was doing off the course. He wanted the tour to be a country club, And in his view, Daly was not invited. What made Azinger effective was that his lobbying gave the commissioner political cover. If respected, high-profile players were raising concerns, then punishing Daly looked like a response to the locker room, rather than a personal campaign from the top. Number 5. Tom Watson. This one hurt the most. Daly grew up admiring Tom Watson. Watson was a legend, a hero, the kind of player Daly looked up to when he was still a nobody from Arkansas, dreaming about making it on tour. But Watson went directly to the commissioner and said Daly should not be on the tour. He was the leader of the old guard that wanted Daly banned. Watson's argument was rooted in what he saw as a covenant between a professional golfer and the fans. When Daly walked off courses, like at the 1993 Kapalua International, where he picked up his ball and was suspended indefinitely, Watson saw it as a violation of that covenant. Pushing Daly out was an act of protecting the game he had helped build. For Daly, it was a stab in the back from a man he had put on a pedestal. Number 6. Nick Faldo. And here we are at the top of the list. The man Daly called, without hesitation, just a douche. Faldo was everything the establishment loved: clinical, controlled, technically perfect. He rebuilt his entire swing from scratch to become one of the best players in history, and he had zero tolerance for anyone who did not meet his standard of professionalism. Daly, with his mullet and his cigarettes and his wild swing and his rowdy fans, was the walking opposite of everything Faldo stood for. The man who drove through the night to play a tournament he was not even supposed to be at ended up becoming one of the most iconic figures the sport has ever produced. The old guard wanted him gone, the Gentlemen's Club wanted him out, and the tour spent 2 decades trying to make him disappear. But you cannot erase someone who the people refuse to forget. The wild thing from Arkansas outlasted them all. And that, more than any trophy, is the win that matters.